But that was a long time ago. The building had been closed for years, its windows boarded up, its memories sealed away. Hannah Marita, a 14-year-old girl with long black hair and eyes that held the weight of the world, was walking home from school. It was a route she took every day, a path of familiar grey buildings and silent streets. She passed the boarded-up theatre just as she always did, barely giving it a glance. But today, something was different. A soft, delicate tune, like a music box, echoed from behind the sealed doors. Ting, 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 ting. Driven by a curiosity she couldn't explain, she stepped inside. In the center of the room, a single puppet stage stood under the weak glow of a broken spotlight. But as she retreated, the marionette's head began to move. It tilted slowly, unnaturally, its glass eyes following her every step. For weeks, Hannah had felt utterly invisible. At school, bullies targeted her, laughing at her old worn-out clothes. Her teacher's eyes would slide right past her as if she were made of air. Hannah ate her meals alone. She went to sleep alone. She cried alone. The loneliness was a physical ache, a constant heavy presence in her chest. So when she heard the whisper again, this time seeming to come from the stage itself, she found herself listening. "I can make them notice you." The voice was a tempting promise in the crushing silence of her life. As she watched, transfixed, the marionette strings began to move, but there were no hands controlling them. The puppet spoke, its wooden jaw barely moving, the words forming in Hannah's mind rather than her ears. "Give me a memory, and I will give you admiration." The first memory Hannah surrendered was a small one, an insignificant piece of her pasta sweet, familiar taste of her favorite strawberry candy. They talked to her, complimented her hair, and even asked her to eat lunch with them. The sound felt foreign and wonderful. That night, she rushed back to the theatre, her heart light with an eager hope she hadn't felt in years. She found the puppet waiting, as if it had never moved. And the puppet delivered on its promise. Her popularity soared. She was no longer just noticed. She was adored. Everyone wanted to be her friend. Everyone loved her. But as her social life blossomed, something else began to change. Something unsettling. But tonight, the puppet's demand was different. It was final. Give me your name. Without a name, what was she? Who would she be? A cold dread washed over her. The illusion shattered, and she saw the terrifying truth of her bargain. The puppet's porcelain lips, once painted in a gentle smile, cracked into a grotesque, horrifying grin. "So you can become mine," it whispered in her mind. "You will be loved forever, as a doll." They wrapped around her wrists, her ankles, her neck tightening their grip. She choked, a scream dying in her throat as the threads pulled her back, lifting her off her feet. Her body went stiff, her limbs locking into place. Her heartbeat slowed to a crawl. Her skin felt cold and hard, like porcelain. The last thing she heard was the puppet's triumphant whisper, a final, chilling promise. "I told you. You won't be alone anymore." 1 week later, an air of excitement buzzed through Crocho. A beautiful doll with long, flowing black hair and empty, lifeless glass eyes. It wore a familiar, faded red dress, now stained with what looked like tears. And beneath it, a crooked, hand-painted sign hung for all to see. It read, "HANA, the loved doll." As the audience settled, the faint, delicate sound of a music box began to play its haunting tune, ting, ting, ting. Some say that if you're ever in Corocho and you visit the old marionette school alone at night, you might just hear a whisper echoing from within its walls. A soft, tempting voice asking, "Give me a memory." So, whatever you do, if you hear the music box, never answer. Thanks for watching.